So this prank influencer is looking at possibly 24 years in prison. Now his name is Vitaly, and Vitaly really loves attention. Bro will do anything for it. And he's been making YouTube videos for a long time. And like early on, he gets big doing prank videos. Like here's one where he pretends to be a zombie and like chases people around. Then in 2012, he does a prank where he pretends to have a bomb in a suitcase. And of course, this freaks people out and they run away, and so bam, he gets arrested. Here's his mugshot. 2 years later, in 2014, he pulls a stunt where he runs onto the field during the World Cup, and bam, he gets caught and arrested for that. Then in 2016, he pulls a stunt where he tries to climb the Hollywood sign, and bam, he gets arrested for that. 2 weeks later, at the NBA Finals game, he runs onto the court shirtless during a game, and bam, he gets arrested yet again. Then the next year, in 2017, at the World Series, during the game, he runs out onto the field in his underwear, and they catch him, and bam, he's arrested again. Here's his mugshot. Oh, and it doesn't stop there, because 3 years later, in 2020, bro goes to Egypt, and he thinks it'll be a good idea to climb to the top of one of the pyramids of Giza, and vlog himself doing so.
I love you so much, world. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Mother Nature.
And of course, bam, he gets arrested there, and he spends 5 days in Egyptian jail. Oh, but he's still not done, because like I said, bro really loves all this attention. 3 months later, he's in Miami, and he's high on, he says mushrooms, but I'm assuming multiple drugs. And he's out and about, walking around, and I guess he decides he's gonna pull another dumbass prank on a random person, and there's a woman out jogging, and suddenly, boom, he jumps out in front of her, and he goes to hug her while she's jogging, and I guess she reacts and shoves him off of her, and pow, he ends up punching her again and again, and he ends up beating the shit out of her. And so, of course, bam, he gets arrested again. Here's his mugshot. Yeah, like I said, it looks like he's on multiple drugs. Anyway, you can clearly see a pattern here. Dude just wants attention so bad that he's become, like, allergic to being a decent citizen. But, lucky for all of us, after his arrest in Miami, he kinda stops all of his antics. I mean, getting arrested for beating the hell out of a random woman, that's pretty bad. And so, he stops everything. But then, a year or two later, he decides to try and make a comeback. And he's gonna film himself doing some more internet pranks, aka harassing people in public.
Hello?
I'm on the phone.
With who? With your boyfriend?
Yes.
You know what they say, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And I would love to melt the chocolate out of you. I'm here for one reason and one reason only, to pick up black girls like you.
And yeah, and so you can see here, he's just harassing these women and just making them feel uncomfortable. But, unfortunately for him, those kind of internet pranks, well, they're kind of played out and they aren't really resonating with audiences anymore. And so, he comes up with a new idea. He's gonna switch it up, and he decides to live stream himself catching and confronting suspected P3DOs.
This guy's a f***. He came to meet a 15-year-old boy. This guy is a f***. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You came here to 15. We have it on camera.
And this new series of videos, it's actually pretty successful for him. Like, a lot of people watch it. However, there are also lots of accusations that most of these streams are fake or staged. Not only that, he starts getting accused of just luring random innocent people off of dating apps to meet up, and then he'll publicly accuse them of being a P3DO. In fact, he gets sued for it. Not once, but twice. And so that business venture eventually fails. And now we're in 2025, and Vitaly is 33 years old. And this is where he potentially screws his whole life up. Because bro decides to get back into doing his internet pranks. But this time he's gonna do it specifically in the Philippines for some reason. And here he decides to copy the antics of Johnny Somali and basically just go to an eastern country and live stream himself harassing locals in public. Like what he does to this local woman.
I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. I wanna give you money. No? Okay.
No.
Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine.
And then he goes and steals the hat off of this guy and like runs away with it. And he also runs into the back of a fast food restaurant and he starts harassing the workers there. And he also films himself harassing the security guard.
Sir, I have a question. I have a very important question for you. Can I shove this up your
What?
Is that okay or no?
Then he jumps on the security guard's motorcycle and like steals it. And he just does a bunch of things that feel like, I don't know, maybe a 33-year-old man would have grown out of.
Follow me, follow me.
Oh, but it keeps going. Because then he spots another security guard and he decides to harass them too.
I have a question for you. Can I give you a kiss? No, I have a question for you. Dispatch, I'm a homosexual.
Then he goes to a nearby mall and steals one of those light therapy facial masks.
I'm gonna get arrested, oh no! Oh no, mommy! Oh no, mommy, I'm gonna get arrested! Hello!
Then he goes and steals a whole ass pedestal fan.
That's my only fan left in the chat. Chat, I told you, Vitaly's back. Real king.
And these aren't the only things he's done, but you know, this is a lot of it. And lots of people watch him stream and they watch his clips online and they like donate to him and his stream. And it just looks like he's gonna get away with all this and just continue being a turd. Until... You know who else was watching a lot of these clips? Apparently the Filipino police. Because a few days after all this, they find him and bam, they arrest him. Here's his mugshot. And this apparently just continues to be a joke to him because, I mean, look at him. He's like smirking in his mugshot like he did something. Not only that, he's also making faces to the camera as they're reading him his Miranda rights. It also looks like he's applauding himself as he's being arraigned. So yeah, not taking it seriously at all. Well, bro should take it seriously because the Philippines don't appear to be fucking around. Because this story blows up over there, and it's all over the news, like the whole country's talking about it. In fact, it gets so much attention that the president of the Philippines gets involved. And he films himself watching Vitaly's pranks, and he makes a whole ass reaction video to it and puts it on his YouTube channel. And here, the president actually says, foreigners who think they can humiliate Filipinos are done. This is an example that we are serious about our own country. So apparently there are no plans for the government to be lenient on him here. And while Vitaly hasn't been sentenced yet, he's looking at a possible 24 years in prison. And to make it worse, his trial for all this isn't even expected to start for another 2 to 3 years, which means he will likely be sitting in a Filipino jail for a few years before his trial even starts. So, I guess he finally got all the attention he wanted. Good luck with that.